It's now time for K-Pop Insider, where we offer tips and pointers as well as insider information for K-pop fans. K-pop idol groups each have a special way of introducing themselves. They do a unique pose and use interesting combination of words that will instantly catch your attention. And some of them have introductions that are so fast that you actually have no idea what they're talking about or what they're saying. But it sounds actually quite interesting. On today's K-Pop Insider, we'll talk about the introductions of K-pop idol groups. And I'm sure that there are a few you like or have found some interesting. And well, there are two groups that come to my mind. And they share something quite in common. So it's the way they both use hand gestures and when introducing themselves, kind of like Iron Man. Pew! Well, do you know who I'm talking about? Yes, they are Shinhwa and Super Junior. 우리는 신화입니다. Well, they'd have their hands out like Iron Man, except that they would point downwards. So, 신화입니다. They'll point out like this. Whereas Super Junior would use a similar hand gesture and provide a rhythmic introduction. So, for example, 우리는 Super Junior, 어요, 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 어요.
안녕하세요. 우리는 샤입니다. 안녕하세요. 슈퍼주니어입니다. 우리 슈퍼주니 어요.
After Shinhwa and Super Junior, there came many other idol groups that began to introduce themselves in a unique way. So you might think that they are the originals, but actually the real OG is a different group that debuted in 1996, which was even before I was born. It all began with H.O.T, who was with the idol of the idols of the idols. So aren't you curious as to how they introduced themselves? Well, they say 키워주세요, well, which basically means to nurture us and help us grow, and they bow down to a 90-degree angle. 우리는 H.O.T입니다. 키워주세요. So they bow their heads down to a 90-degree angle, which is very interesting. I'm not sure if you've noticed that there are actually many different kinds of introductions. So first, there are introductions that are short and sweet, and where they basically just state the group name. Second, there are also introductions that are rhythmic and sound like a line from a song. Third, there are introductions where they provide a very brief message or description of themselves, like maybe a nickname or a kind of group they're aspiring to be. Let me give you a few examples to clarify. The second generation idol groups referring to the groups that debuted after the early 2000s tended to give brief introductions. Good examples will be 2PM and Wonder Girls from my agency. Well, they made it very simple, just saying the group name like this. Well, 안녕하세요, 2PM입니다.
하나, 둘, 셋. 안녕하세요. 2PM입니다.
네, 안녕하세요. 블랙핑크입니다. 하나, 둘, 셋. 안녕하세요. 여름이스입니다. 안녕하세요. 러블리즈입니다. 둘, 셋. 안녕하세요. 여충입니다.
Well, as for the second type idol groups that make the introduction sound like music. So a good example would be, well, let's say for example, I say mama, mama, moo. Yes, it's Mamamoo. And that I actually really like.
I said mama, mama, moo.
안녕하세요, 마마무입니다.
샤플라. 안녕하세요. 샤플라입니다. 둘, 셋. 이제는 약속해, 소중히 간직해. 당신의 애도로 성장하겠습니다. 안녕하세요. 프로미사입니다.
둘, 셋. 니들이 풍뎅이는 아르 풍뎅입니다. 안녕하세요.
Our voices, voice power. 안녕하세요, 저희는 보이스입니다.
And now the third and final type, which includes idol groups that provide a brief description of their vision or themselves, which includes the vast majority of K-pop groups. And they also do a signature pose like this. All in us, 안녕하세요, 이치입니다. So they do their hands like this, which is a little bit difficult, but it's actually alright.
All in us. 안녕하세요. 이치입니다.
파! 안녕하세요. 방탄소년단입니다.
야! 레디 액션! 안녕하세요. 이거였습니다. 예철 티켓. 안녕하세요. 모랜드입니다. 하나, 둘, 셋. 예스, 안녕하세요. 아이입니다. 안녕하세요. 둘, 셋. 어리나 우리야. 안녕하세요. 서있습니다. 해피니스. 안녕하세요. 레드벨벳입니다.
Or actually, there is actually one more idol group that does this flawless way. And I can't wait to show you guys. So it's more of like a step out or who, like this kind of, gesture would be much more firm. And who are these stray kids, you would think? Well, I mean, step outside the box. Doesn't that really sound really creative, like an advertisement copy?
하나, 둘, 스텝 업! 안녕하세요, 슈리키즈입니다.
Well, anyway, we've taken a look at how K-pop idol groups' introductions have evolved over the years, and how do your favorite idol groups introduce themselves? Is it the third type I described earlier? Because, I mean, after all, I'm your favorite idol, right?